Ducklings, welcome back everyone, welcome back to something very special. Welcome back to the IEM Katowice 2024 Asia Server Open Qualifier. I'm of course your host ZvZ, and with me I'm joined by myself. I was going to be joined by Yaku of the Zaku, but he'll be joining me tomorrow as there have been some technical difficulties, and it's all good. He'll be joining me in the coming days, but we are here with our first of many matches as we determine who qualifies for IEM Katowice. Now, of course, there are already invites for the main event based on players' performances throughout the year, but this is another chance, a second chance, the last chance to qualify for IEM. And here we go. Spawning in the top left-hand corner of side Delta, we have the Taiwanese Zerg player, the Red Zerg, representing Team Onside. It is Rex. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the American Zerg player, the Green Zerg, representing Team Gosu. It is Reaper. The Reaper versus the Rex. I'm here for it. Exclamation mark be in the chat if you guys want to have a look at the back of yourselves, because we have quite a stacked turnout here tonight. A lot of really good players. Now, for those that are curious, this is the Asia Server Qualifier, which means it is not region locked. You can play from wherever in the world, but you can be from wherever in the world, but you have to play on the Korean server. So that's why we have players like Reaper, we have Mana, Showtime. We do have a couple of Europeans that are being sprinkled throughout these players throughout the qualifying matches, and yeah, we're going to be working through them today. Today's the Open Qualifier, and the top 8 players will make it to the Closed Qualifier, which is going to be tomorrow. And tomorrow is where we determine who makes it in and who doesn't when it comes to IEM Katowice. There is going to be a Asia Server Qualifier, there's going to be a Europe Server Qualifier, and an Americas Server Qualifier as well. So one for each region. And we will be there to cast and to bring you all of the qualifying players, as many as we can, here on the CranKy Ducklings. For now, we have our ZvZ. This is going to be a hatch first here from our lovely players. Hatch gas pool from both Reaper and Rex. Reaper, he is the cheesiest Zerg player in all of the Americas. I expect to see some aggression from him. I am surprised that so far everything is looking normal, everything is looking standard, when I'm sure soon we're going to be seeing anything but. As for now, we do have just our openers. Rex going to be working towards his third base on time, on location. Reaper should soon be doing the same. If he doesn't, Side Delta is not a bad map to go 2-base Roach on, and 2-base play in general, so that could be on the horizon here from our Green Zerg players. There it is. We are racing our way into a lair. Link speed has been skipped. We do not invest into it. No link speed here. Straight for the lair. We should be walling off, and we should be going 2-base Roach, or at least appearing to go 2-base Roach. This could lead into muta play, which would be a very risky decision. There's that Roach warren that's thrown down, and we should be investing in this direction as we do have some scouting links coming in. Links, they do dip on 4, they do get eyes on the wall, and we're going to commit. We need to see whether or not we have a lair and how many gases we're going to be taking as well. Lair has been confirmed. Lack of link speed, another very important scout. And Rex is going to be forced out of the natural. And we'll see how hard we commit here. There are some Zerg players that would fake out 2-base Roach and go for link speed and go for a link flood, for example, but there is no link speed. We are taking additional gases, and we are investing into +1 range. And we should be soon thereafter going into into Roach speed. There it is, Roach speed is on the way. So +1 and Roach speed. It's going to be a very strong timing here from Reaper. Very strong Roach timing, essentially. A Roach all-in, if you will, as Rex should be free to drone, saturating his bases, taking his gases. Rex did not cancel link speed, so he still has that available. There are some Zerg players that try to cut corners and cancel link speed if they do see that their opponent isn't investing in that upgrade. But we can see that Rex, he's being safe and sound, invests in that link speed in the end, and again is just focusing on droning, catching up in the worker count. Reaper going for his own third base here. This could just be for lava. I'm really curious to see if Reaper does commit into an all-in, or if he just kind of pushes and pressures and drones up behind this instead, which is still an option. We can hit a later +2 timing if that is the case. For now, Queens are moving out. They're going to be shooing away at least one of these overlords. Yeah, exactly. As an overlord is going to go down here outside the bases, And here we go. Reaper still just amassing roaches. Oh, a little bit supply blocked after losing that overlord. Did have 3 more overlords on the way. Meanwhile, Rex back at home. Going to be going into a +1 carapace all-in. Here we go. A little bit old school. This was very popular at the start of the year, and it looks like Rex is going to be reliant on this. So he's going to be going for basically Ravagers and Mass Ling. +1 carapace will help when it comes to how, again, powerful, how tanky his roach is going to be when he runs into a wall of roaches of his own, of Reaper's own. Look at the units tab. Reaper, he is slightly ahead in army supply. He has the higher roach count. His opponent only has 1 Ravager. Uh-oh. Only 1 Ravager. Otherwise, we could ideally try to get a surround in this and try to bile down the army, but alas, Rex doesn't have that available. The roaches, they do bypass Rex. They head towards that 3rd base, almost get the queen. Meanwhile, the surround is going to be real. We catch these roaches out, and the Reaper, he's going to have to commit. But there are just so many lings. He gets the queen, but he's going to get completely cleaned up, and now Rex can send everything across the map. Lings, roaches, Ravagers are on the way, and Reaper is in a lot of trouble. He's going to try to hold on to his 3rd. I'm not sure if he can, though. Does pull back in the end. Walls off here at his natural base. +1 range is done. +1 range on the way for Rex. He does catch another roach. Roach does go down for free. So Lings, they do threaten that 3rd. Yeah, they head towards that natural instead. They get a decent surround or a decent engagement here on this army. The Ravagers are a little bit late. We need the Biles. And the Biles up. Oh, they will be connecting. They deny some of those Ravagers. Do we have enough, though? Does Rex have enough? As the Lings are running out of steam. We're running out of Lings, and then soon we're going to be able to get on top of the roaches. Yeah, Rex, he has to back off. He has to wait for his reinforcements. Reaper barely holding on. Remember, both players have pretty similar economies. Rex reinforcing with Ling, still building up his Ravager count, looking to get another Overlord, and he will get it. Meanwhile, Reaper still heavily reliant on pure roaches. The goal here, Rex needs to try to lock down the army, then bile it. Bile down as many roaches as he can, and Rex can trade more efficiently in doing so. As he comes in first round once again. Oh, from behind. Reaper, he tries to slip away, and he does avoid this round for the most part. Roaches, they get on top of some of these Ravagers. 2 Ravagers going to be going down. Reaper trying to kite his heart out as well, getting away from those Lings and getting on top of the Ravagers. And it looks like Reaper, he's holding. He's not just holding, he's forcing this back, getting on top of the Ravagers, and Reaper, he can go for a counterattack. He wants them. He's going to get them. The Miles do not connect. We take down another Ravager. There's only 3 left. Reaper, we're so close. We have reinforcements on the way. Rex still amassing roaches. And Reaper will back up. Now, what's worrisome is that Rex is catching up in upgrades. We have +1 range on the way, so Rex will just be ahead in upgrades. He's just going to be strictly ahead in upgrades. We have speed on the way as well, so he's going to have a little bit more maneuverability with his roaches and Ravagers. But Reaper still just amassing roaches, sending everything across the map, walling off behind this, getting his queens in position. The Lings are going for a big counterattack, but the queens are ready. Looks like we catch a couple of roaches. Reaper, he's committing, trying to get on top of those Ravagers, and it looks like he will get on top of at least 1. Big pickup. Miles will force back Reaper, and again, he doesn't want to get surrounded. He has to kite the hell out of this creep. Doesn't want to get caught out. So far, good movement out of Reaper. But he takes a lot of hits. Takes a lot of hits from those roaches. Again, roach speed has kicked in. Has kicked in for Rex. Rex and Reaper. God damn it. Reaper's going to back off. He's still amassing roaches. No +2, by the way. I'm a little bit shocked by that. I'm a little bit surprised that there isn't a +2. Boys are being pulled. Oh, no, wait. Okay, we're good. We're transferring over to the 3rd. The goal here, if Rex does scout, which he is about to, he's going to confirm the saturation at the 3rd. But Rex should... Oh, I was going to say he should keep going to check the natural base. This could be a trigger point. Either Rex decides to drone himself, or he does... Yeah, he's droning... Uh-oh. Rex, he is spending resources. He is spending larva on drones, thinking that he has to catch up economically. Whereas Reaper, he's all in. Completely all in. I wonder, does Rex realize he's now taking gases? Again, working on +2. Droning up a little bit further. Not by too much. He only made an extra 5 or so workers. Oh, as I say that, he's droning more. Uh-oh. He's droning more, Papi. This may just kill him. As I say that, this +2 range from Reaper is very late, and I feel like if we wait for this upgrade, it's gonna be far too late as well. It's gonna take far too long for this to really kick in, and I hope Reaper recognizes that. As Reaper is still just amassing his army. Meanwhile, his opponent still squeezing out some workers. Moving out with his Road Ravager. +2 has kicked in, so Rex, he's up 2 upgrades. He's got 2-1 compared to the 1-0 of Reaper. Link trying to go in. Oh my god, they got a scout. Oh no. They got confirmation, the lack of economy. And here comes the Roach army here of Rex with that massive upgrade advantage. Rex even up in supply. We have the better concave from Reaper though. He has more roaches. He can try to take a better fight here as he's being forced forward. It looks like he's breaking through. He's at least breaking through on one side, but not on the other. Yeah, as it looks like Rex, he has too much. GG gets called, and Rex will take game number 1. Whew. GG. Oh my god. And that was pretty close, actually. That was pretty back and forth. We saw that that Rex was trying to, again, kill his opponent, was trying to snowball out of control. Reaper would not allow him to. Reaper was holding strong, and yeah, in the end, it did lead into a bit of a longer game, though, where Reaper maybe had an opportunity at one point when he was getting on top of the Ravagers, but alas, could not keep the momentum going, and yeah, Rexy was able to stabilize, was able to get ahead, was able to take that first game, but we have at least one more ahead of us. At least uno más. Let's go. Oh, there's a lot of blue on this screen. There's a a lot of blue. We're getting into this though. Getting into game number 2. Oh, I also have to fix my green screen. It's like a white. There we go. That's better. So we get into that second game, and spawning in the top left-hand corner of Hardland, we have the Taiwanese Zerg player, the Red Zerg, representing Team Onside. It is Rex. Leading the series 1-0. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the American Zerg player, the Green Zerg, representing Team Gosu. It is Reaper. Here we go. Again, plenty of English coverage going on at the moment. We have, I believe, Rotterdam, Wardy, and Steadfast all covering in English. Hopefully all covering their own individual series as well, as we determine who, again, qualifies for the closed qualifiers tomorrow. We were a little bit spoiled for choice. The other big one that I was looking at was Homeowner versus SOS. Very tempted, but overall I'm happy with where we have gotten ourselves. Happy with the ZvZ. Always happy to feature both Rex and Reaper. Both good guys. Good guys. Supporters of the channel. Quack. For now, though, this was a 15-15. 15 hatchery into a 15 spawning pool, so very interesting opener here. Again, this usually leads into Roach play just because the gases are going to be so late for Reaper. Gases already on the way here for Rex. So this is a tell that we're going to be seeing another Roach variation. This could be a Roach rush. We could go for a faster Roach Warren and try to go for a more committed timing. We have more aggressive options available for Reaper. This is also a way to cut corners and be greedy earlier on as well. Just because your droning is going to be, again, hyper-fixated on minerals more than anything. Instead of splitting it between a gas. Likewise, we should be skipping lings. We're going to be getting into queen production. There we go, 1 queen on each base. We're still just droning, no lings whatsoever. And we're going to be looking to wall off here on 2 bases. Now, I do like this a lot, especially on hard lead. For those wanting hard lead, the rush distance by ground is quite short. Very short, actually. So this lends towards aggression and towards 2 base all-ins. So if Reaper did want to commit a little bit harder here, well, he has kind of a boosted economy to get into it. And again, the map itself is going to be favoring him if he does want to be assertive and aggressive. Now, Rex, I'm sure, is a little bit more aware of the kind of player that Reaper is. After game 1, they got a feel for each other, and Rex is aware that Reaper is the kind of player that's willing to be a little bit cheeky, to cut corners, to kind of fake out economy and fake out macro play and try to catch you off guard. We'll see how Rex adapts as, oh, he does throw down that Bailey Nest. is going to be on the way. Safety Baneling Nest, I should say. There's that third as well from Rex. Going to be safe against Ling Bane, but Reaper, he doesn't care about Ling Bane. He's now taking his gases, getting saturated at his natural, and the wall is upon us. Oh, as the Ling tries to get in, he is going to be denied. There's that Evo Chamber, there's the second, and we should be seeing a Roach Warren alongside this. There it is, there's that Roach Warren. Reaper just going to be fully walling off here on 2 bases, getting into a 2-base economy as quickly as possible. And this time, Rex won't really be able to get confirmation. The lair is on the way. That's going to be for Roach Speed once again. So again, a very similar build to the previous game, but this should hit a little bit faster. Things have arrived. Gas is being taken. We actually cancelled +1 range there for a moment. Meanwhile, Rex cancelling his own Baneling Nest, going into a much faster +1 range instead and going straight for the lair. We didn't cancel Link Speed, but again, we did at least cancel that Baneling Nest. So really good reaction so far to Rex, recognizing that he did not need the Baneling Nest if he's up against 2-base play. Ooh, and Reaper, he's going for a 1-1 timing. Quite a hefty push here, actually. We're going to have 1-1, and I believe Roach Speed alongside this once the lair does finish. So this is going to hit quite hard. Again, Rex responding quite well, actually. Droning up as much as he can. He shouldn't be making too many workers to saturate his third. Only a handful of them. Again, this is a mirror matchup. You don't want to spend too much of your larva on drones, otherwise you will just die. And it looks like he's going to be getting... Oh, a gas geyser here at his third base. Getting up to 6 workers. And from here should be cutting saturation. Rex droning it to 47, and now Roaches. Pure Roach on the way from our Zerg. Same can be said for Reaper. Reaper did drone up a little bit further here, up to 45. Slightly worse economy. But you can see him just amassing Roaches behind this. For a moment there, I was like, is he going to take a third? But no, we're just amassing Roaches for that 1-1 timing. Likewise, Rex is getting ready. He's spreading creep between spaces. Really interesting that Rex opted not to spread any tumors. His 3 queens have been just injecting non-stop. He's spreading creep with his overlords instead. We do have a third base on the way, but we are looking to waddle out. We'll see if we ever make any workers here. Do we go for a 2-2 timing instead, as the Roaches, they are moving out here. They're going to be spotted by these overlords. Rex is aware of the push. He's amassing his own army. Rex actually with a pretty hefty supply lead. Oh my god. Yeah, Reaper, he kind of faked out a push. He's backing off and he's droning. He's droning up behind this. We're looking towards a later game, and we mentioned it before. There it is, a 2-2 timing. So Reaper, he's going to be working on 2-2, droning up his third base and getting into a longer game. And it looks like Rex has identified this. He's also working on +2, and he's also droning. So both players are keeping up with each other. Reaper is going to be slightly ahead in upgrades, but he's still behind economically. He's long distance mining from this base, so even though we have similar worker counts, Reaper is behind. In the economy specifically. As Rex is moving out. Ravagers are on the way, just shut down some of these overlords. You can see the overlords of Rex just getting out of the way, making sure we don't bile ourselves. Reaper just droning up to 52. Likewise, so is Rex. We're not really over-investing. Overlord did go down. And we're going to look to hunt down additional overlords. The Overseer is going to be on the way as well behind this. And both players are just chilling for now. Rex did drone up a little bit further, fully saturated his third. Another Overlord is going to fall. The contamination on the hatchery here. Going to be disrupting the larva production here of Reaper. Cute move. You love to see it. We often see contaminations on upgrades, and less so on hatcheries. Looks a little bit weird. Some tentacle on tentacle action. as Reaper is going to be moving on out. But again, he is down in armor supply. Overall, Rex has done a great job at reading the situation, knowing when and when not to drone. Accurately, kind of reading his opponents. And as a result, like, he's maxed out. He is maxed. He's going to be down in upgrades. 2-2 is about to kick in here for Reaper. 2-2 is on the way. Ravager pushing on forward. Biles, going to be connecting here for Reaper. Does connect on the army of Rex. Not too bad. Forcing this back. The Biles. Oh my god. They will connect as well. And Reaper taking the Biles to the face. He's going to try to break his way through. Slowly getting some of those Ravagers. But alas, we have the defender's advantage for Rex. He has reinforcements on the way, able to keep up with the +2 range upgrades. And it looks like, yeah, he will just focus this down. Will force Reaper back. Again, he had the better economy. He had the defender's advantage. He had the better concave. Despite the upgrades, it's not going to be good enough. Again, the carapace upgrades just aren't really too important in Roach versus Roach. Not too impactful. Despite that, Rex is catching up. And Reaper's in a really difficult position. Now he's droning. Now he's taking his gases. He was pretty committed. Again, just lacking the saturation here at this third is going to be killing him. Meanwhile, Rex is taking a fourth. Fourth base is on the way. We could even try to throw down infestation pits to get into a hive, to get into 3-3. For now, though, Roach v Roach is all that Rex has to worry about. He can worry about taking after he maxes out. Now Reaper is in a rough position. So just trying to remax his army. Rex, though, he's not going to give him the time. Rex, he's maxed at 196 supply. Focusing on clearing up some of this creep. Just keeping Reaper in the dark. I mean, Rex, he has map control. He can afford to do this. We can be active without being punished. See Rex once again just taking care here with his movements. We have that Hydrogen on the way. Pushing into the concave, though, we gotta be careful. Reaper is able to keep up in the overall supply. This still could go either way. Rex has the bank, though. There we go. Wile's gonna be forcing back the army. Likewise, not quite connecting here in favor of Reaper. Diving on this, actually. Oh my god. Trying to force the issue. So far, it does force Rex back. At the same time, we have a couple of Roaches being peeled off to go for a counterattack. Reaper's able to keep up, but he's pulled out of position. The Queen! Queen is going to go down. We do send in some Roaches straight into the natural. And it's going to be a numbers game at this point. The main army going to be threatening the forces of Reaper. We have Roaches coming in from the left, coming in from the natural. Drones are going to be going down. Queens as well. And Reaper, he is being pulled apart. Up. While some of them will connect. Looks like Reaper is able to maintain control of his bases. He only loses 3 workers. He lost a couple of queens, but he's able to keep his injecting queens at least. Does keep them alive. Ooh, that could have been so much worse. But throughout all of this, because of the better economy, Rex, he's working on the Lurker Den. From Hydras into Lurkers into, soon I imagine, a Hive. And from here, Rex is going to be looking to take up in towards Lurkers. Reaper still stuck on Roach Ravager. To be fair, like, he can still take a better fight or still try to sway things in his favor here. As long as he doesn't take Biles to the face, we should be okay. These Biles are going to be forcing Rex back. At the same time, another Roach counterattack, focusing down some of these drones. Workers going to be falling. It's going to be, it looks like 2 workers in total, almost a third. 4th base has been swatted. Reaper down to 48 drones. Oh my god, the worker count is so low here for both players. It's all about the Roach Ravager. the same time, Rex going for another counterattack. And every time he has the freedom to be able to pull this off. Breaking into the natural. And Reaper is still just forced to engage. There's no turning around. Not from this, but there's a lurker. Oh my god. There's a lurker behind this. It will be filed down. Oh my god, the control. Weak Dukai back. Dukai back in time. Shows the biles on the Overseer as Reaper, he is breaking through. Yeah, 22 roaches are still on the way. Reaper getting on top of the army. We went into Hydras. Hydras are not ideal, not in this position. We don't need them. And GG is going to be called. Reaper able to barely break through. And does have the series 1-1. GG. Rex, he's going for all these counterattacks, going for all these run-bys, getting economic damage done. But something that I didn't mention, but is known in amongst Zerg players, is when you are transitioning into lurkers, that is when you are at your most vulnerable, because you're spending resources, you're spending some of your your resources, your bank, your supply on Hydras, on even lurkers, not on Roach Ravager, and that is when your opponent can strike. That is when your opponent will have a Roach Ravager advantage. And yeah, Reaper, he barely broke through. His opponent was in the midst of squeezing out some Hydras, which is not what you want in that situation. And just like that, we have an ace match. And we could even see Reaper take it. I mean, Reaper is coming in as the underdog. He's more of an NA ladder hero. I'm sure even he would say that as well. But yeah, really impressive that we're going to game 3. That question becomes, 2 base Roach. Do we see it again? We've seen it every game so far. We'll see if we get it here in game 3. Let's go. I'm ready for it. I am ready for it. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner here of Oceanborn, we have the Taiwanese Zerg player, the red Zerg representing on side. It is Rex. And spawning in the top left, going for a 12 pool. He has not made a drone. There it is. 12 pool is on the way. We have the American Zerg player representing Team Gosu. It is Reaper. The cheesiest Zerg player in the Americas. This is what I've been waiting for. We have our 12 pool on the way. The other thing I should quickly mention, because I was talking about the lower drone counts, and last game it wasn't just that Rex was transitioning into lurkers. There was actually like 3 different things that came into play there. 1, Rex was transitioning into lurkers. Of course, he was vulnerable. 2, Reaper had a lower worker count, which meant he had more Roach Ravager to actually break through. So he just had a higher Roach Ravager supply overall. And on top of that, as we're going for a proxy hatch. Oh god. On top of that, Rex was also going for counterattacks, so he was spending supply elsewhere, not at home defensively. So like there are these like 3 little things that slowly did add up, and yeah, Reaper, he was able to break through, was able to catch Rex with his pants down. And now we have a proxy hatch. Let's go. I mean, I say that. This should be for a spine crawler, right? Where you can go for the hatchery, then cancel it, then throw down the spine. No, actually we can just go straight for the spine crawler in the main. There you go. As the boys are being pulled, the boys, we're all in. It's all or nothing here as Reaper, he is just sending the boys out. Has resources for those spine crawlers, and they have been revealed to the Overlord. Rex knows. Rex immediately, he starts up his own spine crawler in his main. He's aware of what's going on. Reaper flooding lings across the map. Spine crawler on the way. Reaper killing the natural is not going to be good enough. We have to go straight for the main. And again, he does have some money for spine crawlers, but they're going to be so late if he throws them down. We just have to commit. We just have to commit here. Zoning back the army, trying to get on top of the spine crawler as well, but Rexy gets us around. The queen has arrived and Rex cleans this up. He will shut this down, and GG gets called. Rex will take the series 2-1. GG. Not the end that I wanted, but it's all good. GG, well played, as Rex will shut him down. Again, a really good effort though by Reaper. Really impressive stuff. Rex happened to be going for his own pool first, actually. So because Rex went for a pool first, it meant a delayed hatchery. It meant that he had a faster spawning pool as well, so he was able to shut that down without too much issue. Really well done. Really solid performance there. Reading his opponent like a book, going for a pool first in that situation. Yeah, solid. Solid play there from Rex, and with that, he advances on into the next round. And does he have an opponent waiting for him? He does. I gotta slip in. Okay, one moment. Okay, beautiful. As we quickly switch our scenes over and have a look at the bracket here. Again, congratulations to Rex as he advances on to a qualifying match. You heard me right. Qualifying matches are already upon us, and it is single elimination. It is brutal from the very top. We have a lot of players currently ongoing.